I really enjoyed making the Battlestar burger, and it looks like a lot of people enjoyed watching me make the Battlestar burger. So as I said to Simon, I'm going to make a burger for his son, and the name of it is Double D's Double Decker Yankee Burger, bringing in some American style flavours. So this is what I've got: minced beef, sriracha seasoning and smoked paprika seasoning, a couple of tablespoons of fresh breadcrumbs, a tablespoon of milk, 2 teaspoons of American mustard, and an egg, and that's going to make the burger. First thing you need to do is get the minced beef into a bowl and break it up. You can break it up with forks, but really fingers are best. It's awful messy, but you could try and break this up as much as you possibly can to do. Next thing, you add the breadcrumbs and the milk and the seasoning and the American mustard. Smelling lovely already. Right, now I am going to use a fork for this and mash it up. The trick with minced beef is to try not to handle it too much, because if you do, you make it tough, but equally you've got to get everything in. It's looking a bit dry at the minute, which it will, until I get the egg in there, and the egg's there to bind it all together. But already you can see the mustard is helping to do that. I just hope I haven't gone and made it too spicy. The sriracha seasoning is actually made up of garlic and various chilies. So, and the smoked paprika apparently is an American type of flavouring. I think that's not too bad at the minute. Now this amount usually makes about 4 burgers, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 6 burgers, because I want to make 3 double deckers for Double D.
So what was the weight of the meat?
450 grams of meat. But what I will do, I'll write all the ingredients down and all of the measurements and everything else, and we'll put that in at the end of the video. So if you do want to make it yourself, then you can. Okay, that's what we've got. I need to add the egg, but do it a bit at a time. Right, give it another little whisk up, and I'll probably put about roughly half the egg in there to start with, and we'll mix it round. The last thing that you want is to have it too wet and sticky, otherwise your burgers won't form properly. And at this point, hands are best, because then I can feel whether it needs any more egg or not. And I actually think there's enough in there. Yeah, there is. And that's what you have. Now, I suppose if you wanted to be really, really fussy, you'd get the scales out and you'd weigh these out individually, but I'm not going to, because if you make this camping, you're not going to take the kitchen scales, are you? I've got to make 3 burgers out of each of these now. It's just kind of guesswork. And see if they feel roughly the same. It doesn't matter, they haven't got to be perfect. Probably be about right. Okay. and I don't use a burger press because again, you're not going to take a burger press camping. So just fashion them out into a patty, about like that. And there are my 6 burgers. They need to chill now, and so do I. But you put them in the fridge as they are.
What if you're camping?
If you're camping, it depends how cold it is. If you've got a fridge when you're camping, great. Stick them in your cool box, stick them in the fridge, stick them in a box and stick them underneath your car. You just got to take pot luck. To be perfectly honest, I think if you're camping, then the best thing to do is make them, leave them for a few minutes and then cook them. If you've got nowhere to keep them chilled, then you may as well just cook them as they are. Or you can make them at home and then freeze them and take them with you. I've got some mayonnaise in here, and what I'm going to do is spice it up a little bit because it is an American burger. A little bit of sriracha seasoning. Now, I've never made this before, I'm guessing. So I need to do a taste. Oh, that's plenty. Want to chop or slice a couple of red onions, and I shall fry these lightly and then put them to one side, and they'll go on the burger later. Ah! Just kidding. Right, I'll fry off these red onions. They don't need to be burned. They just need to be very, very slowly fried. I think these are soft enough now, so we'll take them off the heat, save for later. Next step is to prep the buns. I use brioche buns. I'm spreading them with Philadelphia cheese. There are other cheeses available. Next stage, oh, let's go for it. I think the pan's hot enough. I want them to sizzle. Oh yes! All 6 straight in. These are a lot, well, they're half the size, half the thickness that I normally make, and so I'll probably do them for about 2 minutes on each side, but you've got to kind of use your own common sense there. I'm looking just to see that they're nicely browned and they're marked, and then I'll flip them over. They've had about 2 minutes. I'm going to flip them and see what we've got. Oh yes! The trick with burgers, don't ever be tempted to squash them down. It really spoils them. And don't move them. Don't be tempted to move them when you first put them in the pan. You might need to flip them from time to time. Just keep an eye on them. Some are smaller than others, remember. I just want to make sure that there aren't any juices, any pink or red juices flowing from these, which there aren't now. I don't want to overcook them, else they're going to be too tough. And I think that's it. That's it. Now, you wouldn't believe this, but you've got to rest them. Turn the heat off, cover them up, and just rest them. And now I need to assemble the burgers. I've got 3 of them. So here we go. First off, we need some of the sriracha mayonnaise. Not too much, because it can be a bit fiery. That's first. And just in case, we'll put a little, not too much, little lettuce on there. Have burger or a patty. I think they're called patties, aren't they? Okay. And then we'll have some Jack Daniels sauce. Could be a bit messy, this. Some red onions. And of course, got to have some cheese. The first one, we'll have this, look, smoky cheddar with paprika dusting. Definitely was not going to melt this on there. And because it's Double D's double-decker burger, whoops, stay there. Okay. And then we'll have some more onions, I think. And we'll have American mustard. Ooh, somebody got an extra helping of that, look. Two of us like pickles, one of us doesn't. Some sliced pickled gherkins. I love those. And we'll have some more lettuce. It probably won't stay on mine. No, it won't. Okay. And then the other cheese, because we're sticking with American Flavours, peppercorn. Peppercorn and cheddar. Now, if you wish, you can try and melt this cheese, but I've chosen not to today. There we go. I'm not going to put any more sauce. I'll leave the sauce out. Maybe a cheeky little bit of sriracha on mine because I do like it hot. There we go. Whoops, good grief. That one's just ready to be eaten, look. There we go. And the one on the end there is the one without the pickle. There we go. Now, that's it. The Double D double-decker Yankee Burger. And now for the eating segment.
Ooh.
It looks and smells delicious. I cannot wait to try this. I hope I can get my
I don't know.
mouth around it.
that.
Come on then.
Right, let's give it a try. Excuse the mess.
Mm. Mm.
Mmm.
Is that good?
Wow, that is delicious.
That is really fun.
Perfect.
Yeah, really
10 out
fun.
of 10.
Thank you. Look at that. Here we go. Mmm. Oh my God. I know I shouldn't be saying this about my own food, but oh, that is beautiful. Look at that.